right, my friends, here we are once again at Pure Muscle Radio, and today's guest for episode 4 is Blessing Awodibu, the Boogeyman. How you doing, man?
My man, what's up, bro? Thanks for having me on, man. I'm doing great.
Yeah, well, thanks to you for being on because you're a few days out from your show, right? A week and a half or something?
Yes, sir.
All right, how are you feeling?
I try hard to push this as far back as I can, but during one, it done now.
We wanted to get you on.
I was trying to push it back to after Indie Pro, but let's get it though, man. But I'm feeling really good though. I believe I am 11 days out from my pro debut, and I think people are actually getting that confused. When I say 11 days out, they're like, "What are you talking about, dude? Indie Pro is the 15th of May." But people don't actually know that I'm stepping on stage before New York Pro. I mean, they're getting confused between the Indie and the New York Pro.
Yeah.
So every time I say it, they're like, "Yeah, dude, the New York Pro is now they should." If you don't know by now that I'll be stepping on stage a week before the New York Pro, which is the main event. So I feel like
why are you doing that? What made you choose that?
I mean, actually, look, it's like, the last time I stepped on stage was 2017, right? When I got my pro card. And me diving into a big show like New York Pro after almost 4 years off, it's like, and as well working with a new coach. So, you don't always get it right the first time, right? So I feel like I need to get my feet wet first. See what's like, see what the pro stage like, see how the judging is, see how they move athletes around, a little bit of experience before going against the monster in New York.
Yeah, well,
so it's a really good idea for me to do that.
Yeah, you're going to love it because the amateur shows, they last like 2 days and you're backstage for it feels like a week. At the pro shows, at the pro shows, you have the open class, and then there's a few other little things there, but you're out of there usually sometimes within a few hours. So
wow, that's dope.
Yeah, that's the main difference. I remember the Canadian Nationals. It was insane. I mean, Mike can tell you about it too.
Amateur is a disaster. A lot of waiting.
Yeah, I know, a lot of waiting. So
I look forward to it, man. I'm excited.
Yeah. So who's your coach right now? Did you say it?
Yeah, Chad Nicholls.
Chad Nicholls. Oh boy, so he's gonna bring on the mass and the conditioning, right? Yeah,
the goats. Chad is the man, bro.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Since when did you start working with him?
We started working actually last year, I think was last year, April. We started working together last year, April.
So 1 year?
Yeah, actually 1 year. Yes, that's right. 1 year.
Wow. That's
and,
great.
It's actually because you guys know I was supposed to step in on stage last year. Before the COVID hit, I was supposed to be doing the Arnold Classic Australia. We actually had the accommodation booked, flight booked. The show got canceled 2 days before we got on the flight. Yeah. So, and, with the whole thing happening for me, I actually see it as a blessing in disguise because it actually gave me a year to actually better myself. And as well, getting the chance and the opportunity to work with Chad Nicholls for my pro debut. So, everything was just I think it was just the way it meant to be.
How much of a difference do you see in your physique? When you got the news last year before the Arnold, you were working with Chad. I know there was a lot of hype. Everyone was talking about you. How do you feel like you made huge improvements having the entire year to work with Chad, getting to learn your body in the off season, now dial it in for your first pro debut?
100%, bro. And that's why I'm super excited. And I cannot wait for, the true fans of bodybuilding to actually see, my package and what I've been, working extremely hard for the past year with Chad. And I think, my goal going into these shows is, to be honest, my goal is to, introducing myself, letting people know who the Boogeyman is. Let them know that I'm not just all talk, all hype. I love what I do. Bodybuilding is my life. People don't think so. People think, I'm a joke and all I do is make Instagram videos and, all that clown stuff and all that. But what they cease to realize is everything goes hands in hands. In order to be a true and successful bodybuilder, you need social media. You got to be smart.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta understand how to use social media to market yourself, because bodybuilders are, you know, we're a small community, you know, and it's very, very hard to make money, you know, for what we do. We work extremely hard and we deserve a lot more. All these athletes, all these great athletes, they deserve a lot more than what they're getting. But because they don't really understand how social media works, you know, how they can make themselves relatable, how they can do other things other than just bodybuilding. You know, you can only get so much from bodybuilding, but if you're able to do other things and get yourself more relatable, you're going to be able to acquire more fans, even fans that are outside bodybuilding, fans that do not even follow bodybuilding, but eventually you're going to convert them into being a bodybuilder lover. You know what I mean? Because half of my followers, let's say 99% of my followers, they follow me for the entertainment and the videos and stuff. And now they see me, they see what's going on, like this, the boogeyman, the mutants. They don't know what that is, you know, but they want to see it. Some of them even think we're about to fight, but they don't, because it's so exciting. It's just so much fire behind it that they want to see. They are so interested.
Yeah,
you know, so that's what I've been doing. And me stepping on stage, and I just want to show them, you know, the professional side of myself, that it's not just all the joke. You know, this is my life. This is what I do. I work extremely hard. And this is when I want to display for you guys, and they will see it. And I believe they will be inspired by it.
It's a great thing too, to see that like you and Nick have created this rivalry and that people are aware of it. Right. And that, like you said, people think you guys are actually going to fight. Like, that's like the craziest thing about it.
Hey, don't get it twisted.
You never know.
It's the boogeyman. I created this shit. Nick didn't do shit. This is the boogeyman era. I created this shit.
No, but it's like, it's good
Nick
to see like,
I'm used to Nick as a puppet. He's a puppet. I am the puppet master. Yeah. Nick is a tool. He don't understand it. If he's smart, he should capitalize on this shit and make some money for himself.
Exactly. No, but that's the thing too, is that like you guys are up and coming and just kind of like on the the start of your career, and you're creating this tension or this storyline that could like potentially last for years. Do you know what I mean? Like
100%.
We haven't had that Jay and Ronnie kind of rivalry in a long time. We've had like guys who have little spats and they whatever, but we got two guys that are great bodybuilders and coming up at the same time. It's like the sky's the limit in terms of how you guys can market that and what kind of draw 100%. You could make. You know what I mean? It's really good.
It's bringing a lot more entertainment. It's getting the fans more active, involved, following you guys. I think it's really good.
100%. And one thing as well, like people don't realize is like back in the days, like the guys don't have all the tools. Like Ronnie and Jay, they don't have all the tools. If they had social media, that shit would be hella bigger than what it was.
And they were packing auditoriums.
Now, like we have everything. It's like we have all the tools. Social media is right there. Now let's use it. Yeah. Let's use it. Let's get everybody looking at us. Let's get the whole world, the whole basketball community, the NFL guys, all the everybody that's not even into. But let's get them wondering, talking like, what's going on over there? Yeah. Let's go check it out. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, I feel like there is more opportunity in bodybuilding than ever with the power of social media, right? We're a lot more connected. Other industries are seeing us. I think it's just up to the athletes to take advantage of those opportunities and be active, right? As a bodybuilder, it's easy just to be like, oh, I'm dieting, the training, I'm tired, I don't want to do this. But if you're proactive, the opportunity's there. So
it is. An amazing job. And it's so simple. What you put in is what you get out. You know, like when I started as an amateur, if I do not do social media, if I just want to be like, oh, I'm just a meathead, I just want to chase my pro card and never mind social media, man, I would never be where I'm at today.
Yeah.
I'll still be stuck in Ireland.
Yeah.
Nobody would know my name.
What was like the first sort of thing, like, you know, on social media? Was it Instagram? Was it YouTube? I mean, the first time I saw you was probably like 2017. I think there was a video, you were in the grocery store, started posing. That was like where I first saw you when that went viral. What was the first video or the first thing you did? And what year was it that you noticed like you started getting a lot of traction, your following started growing, and then you really took that thing serious?
So 2017, right, was the year that I decided to chase my pro card. Prior to that, I just won the Arnold Classic Europe Junior. That was as a final year, 2014. So I decided to take 3 years off, you know, of course, improve the package, And hopefully in 2017, I should be able to get my pro card. So I took those time off. I work while I was still doing a full-time job as a security officer in IKEA. And in 2017, I started thinking like, look, listen, bodybuilding is my life. This is what I love. And me being stuck in this job that I hate, I hated it so much. Like I didn't have any time. It was very hard for me to like, because you're working 12-hour shifts. And then you got to train on top of that. So, you can't even think of anything else. There's no way you can be creative with doing all that stuff. So I decided to quit my job and move out of my apartment. Thank God for my girlfriend family. They took me in because there was less money coming in because it was a risk as well. So I quit my job, moved into my girlfriend's apartment, and I was able to, focus more on bodybuilding, and I had that extra time on my hands to be more creative. And then I decided to start social media and be more active on there. So generally, I'm a positive guy. I'm always laughing. I'm always joking. And even when I'm working hard, I'm dancing, I'm making funny shit, I'm talking shit in the gym all day long. And so I thought, with that positive energy, maybe it's something I can actually share on my social media and people can be related to. So I dropped one of the first video I dropped was 2017 was a quick transformation where this skinny dude, my videographer actually back then, skinny guy, he drank a pre-workout and all of a sudden, poof, it transformed into a bigger. That was the first ever video and that was super viral. I think the second video was a CCTV, which was recorded by my girlfriend in a store in Ireland. And that blew the fuck up.
Was that the grocery store?
I'm talking about everywhere.
Yeah. Yeah, that one was hilarious. That was amazing.
Yeah, bro. I didn't even think it was hilarious. It was just casual thing for me. Like, it was just a 2 seconds video. That was because I think like it was all over the world.
Yeah, I think like people can relate. You know what I mean? Because whenever you do like go into a store and you see a camera, you kind of look up, look at yourself.
Yeah, you do. Yeah,
so
that's the thing. It's all about being relatable. Once you're being, be yourself. Just be yourself and be relatable. Because we all have a lot of things in common. We are actually very, very similar. We do similar shit throughout the day. So when you do all that, we all make the same mistakes. We all do the same shit. So when you put that out there, people can recognize themselves in that situation. They're like, oh my God, I did that yesterday. So when you put that together as a joke, it explodes.
That's the trick. That's the trick right there.
It's awesome.
It is the trick.
Yeah.
And it's not really a trick. It's just it's all about being you and having fun and just and not giving a fuck what people think.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
How long did you live in Ireland for? You grew up in Ireland?
I moved. I don't know if you guys watched the story I did there with Feet's doc. It's a kind of a documentary kind of style. And so I moved to Ireland when I was 9 years old. And I lived there till 2018. So 2018, that's when I moved from Ireland to Florida. When Aaron Singerman reached out to me, like if I'd be interested in collaborating, and he had me to visit Florida, just to visit the headquarters. And he asked me and I was looking at him like, yo, this is paradise. What's going on here? South Florida, Boca Raton. Oh my God, this place. And then he just asked me like, would you like to move? Hell yeah.
That's awesome. And now you're there.
Yeah, so I lived there. How many years was that? From 2002 till 2018.
Wow.
I don't know, a lot of years.
Yeah, that's cool. And now you're training at the Redcon 1 gym every day. And are you still training with Kai Greene? I see some footage sometimes.
Yeah, Kai moved down to Florida here. And since he started working with Redcon 1, and we've been training together since.
Yeah, that's
and he's helping me a lot with my posting as well.
All your trainings with Kai?
Yeah.
Really? So
yeah, whenever he's around, because he traveled a lot as well. So whenever he's down, whenever we're training together, it's like
I got a question for you. So do you actually know the real Kai Greene then?
Do I what?
Do you know the real Kai Greene? Because every time I've seen Kai Greene was always in a event settings where he's like he plays it up a little bit, for the fans. But you know the real Kai Greene. So how is the real Kai Greene?
Bro, I'm not just saying this because I train with him or whatever, but Kai Greene, he is the coolest bodybuilder I've ever met in my life. Kai is just so humble and just genuine and nice human being, and he wants the best for everybody. And he's always, you can see him at expos. He gives his time to his fans. He loves his fans. He'd be talking to just a random fan for like hours.
Yeah.
That's just who he is. It is just man. It's like training with him. It's absolutely a blessing.
Yeah, I got a story for that. Actually, the first time I met Kai Greene, 2011, I was doing all amateurs. I was 23 years old, and Kai Greene was behind me in the escalator going down, and I'm like, oh shit, it's Kai Greene. And then Kai says, hey, you look like you're busy this weekend, huh? I'm like, shit, yeah. Then he talked with me for 10 minutes. He had his meal in his hand. He just talked to me for 10 minutes. So that was my first contact with a pro bodybuilder. That was like a real contact. And I was like, wow, this guy is awesome.
Yeah. Kai's different, bro.
Yeah, so you're right about that. He does give the time to his fans, because I had 10 minutes of his time, but during a busy weekend, like, you know how it is during those weekends, the time when you want to eat, you just want to fucking fly and hide. But he took the opportunity to talk to me.
Yeah.
So that was very kind of him.
You guys can see from all the videos, the energy, everything is just all positive. Like, it's all positivity with Kai, it's like, and that's why we're able to connect and be able to train the way we do, because I'm surrounded by a lot of positive energies. Like, I don't have a lot of friends out here. Myself, Quentin, I just got my training partner from Ireland who just joined me here.
Oh,
my
really?
girlfriend as well just joined me here. And all of us together, it's like there is no drama. We don't really care what people think, what people say. As you can see from Kai does not give a fuck what people think about him. People making all these jokes about him, he's there joining in the jokes. He make fun of himself in the comment section. He roasted himself. So that tells you a lot, the kind of man he is. Kai is just super cool.
Yeah, awesome. I love it when he always chimes in with the grapefruit jokes. He's like, he rolls with it so hard.
That's what it should be, though. That's what it should be, because you can't give people power, over your life. You gotta let them know. Look, listen, I don't give a fuck. Just be you and live your life.
So did you ever watch it? The video?
What?
Did you ever watch it?
What video? Nah, I don't think I want to go that far.
I think out of all of us, I think Antoine's probably the only one that watched it.
Yes, but the
100%.
The cool thing about it is that I did watch it. The first 10 minutes, it's like he's dancing with the grapefruit. He's flirting with it. So
you didn't watch it, but you watch it.
I did. There's this whole progression. It just doesn't go straight to it. So he's like slowly
he's an artist. He's an artist.
Dude, he was doing a posing routine with the grapefruit.
Oh god.
Yeah. It was actually a good video. Like, wow.
Oh my god.
It's pretty well thought out.
That should be good for stage.
Yeah.
Maybe Kai come back.
Bring back the grapefruit.
Posing routine. Oh shit.
Okay, now
I'm sweating.
Let's change subject maybe now. So let's talk about instead of grapefruit, let's talk about the brick walker. So why do you call him the
Don't
brick?
let me start on Nick Walker, bro. That guy can't he can't take internet joke.
Are you guys still not?
I don't want to fuck his prep up.
Are you guys still friendly going at it, or is there a line now where it's like, hey, this, he can't take it, or
friendly? What does that mean? Friendly? Yeah. What? Hey, there's no friendly bodybuilding out here, bro.
Oh, man.
I told you, it's the new era. It's the boogeyman era. Yeah. Fuck friendly bodybuilding.
Oh man.
Fans don't want to see that shit. Fans don't want to see, oh, I love you back. I'm just here to take my second place. I'm good. I'm just here to do my best, and hopefully Big Ramy wins again. And
there's always a line though. I feel like some guys can go at it and take digs at each other and make it entertaining. But there's some people that you have those other bodybuilders that are really sort of sensitive. And if you say something, they get offended. And
that's them.
I know who.
I like those bodybuilders.
So talking about going too far,
I can get to the head very easily.
Yeah.
So some people think you went too far with our fellow Canadian, Mr. Ian Valliere.
Look, Ian is a crybaby. I don't like Ian.
Yeah, because he honestly started that
right?
too.
Listen, right? Ian has been making all kinds of weird comments about me since I started with Nick, right? He's been looking for my attention. I know he wants a little bit of clout as well. And he's been waiting for my reply. He's the one that started the Boogie Man. Wait, why you call me Boogie Man? The name is the Boogie Man. So he's been roasting me in the comment section like I just totally ignore it. So when he I don't take shit personal, bro. This is all joke for me. Like, this is all entertainment. It's all for the family. The fans love this shit. So when I don't know why people are coming at me. Why are people? Because I respond back to his comment. He said, "Where is sweet?" Same place.
Was that the one? So was that the one? The comparison of the legs was the first thing that got you guys going. You and Ian. Yeah. Okay.
The one with the what?
With the quads. But that was 4 years. That was 4 years ago. Your quads, wasn't it?
No.
That was a recent pic.
It was you on stage. They
compared. No, it was
wasn't that. It was a picture of me in the gym pumped.
Okay.
Yeah. I was just showing a little bit of vascularity and stuff. Like, people are expecting separation when you're fully pumped. Stupid ass.
Yeah.
So he commented, "Where is his sweep?" I'm like, "Same place as your calves, salty cunt." Why is that too much?
Yeah, well, I don't think it's too much, because the thing is, if you, like Quentin said that well the other day, he said that don't start something if you can't, if you don't expect somebody to come back harder at you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right? So like, he opened up the door. It's like, now he knows. And the thing is, he kind of stopped after that. He didn't, he kind of stopped his like role there, because all the people now was mad at you. But in reality, it's like, hey, the first person who did a negative thing was him.
Yeah.
And then
that wasn't his first time, bro.
No.
What was the first time?
I just totally ignore and just want to focus on myself, and not like focus on Nate. Just want to focus on this kind of like little narrative that we got going on with the Boogie Man.
Yeah, I feel like the bodybuilding community, like, unless you're a pro bodybuilder and you've gone on the pro stage and proven yourself, I feel like there's this whole side of people that they don't respect the person. And then if you have 100%. A large social media, it makes it even worse. And they're just like, "Oh, you're an Instagram bodybuilder. Like, you don't matter." You know what I mean?
Bro, and I think, right, it all boils down to, I think a lot of it boils down to jealousy and stuff. But like, I've been saying it, my goal is to, I know, like, I don't blame the fans for not respecting me. That's their opinion. It's all right. I mean, respect is not given. You have to earn it.
Earn it, yeah.
And I accept all their critics and all their comments and all their negativity. It's all good, because they don't understand what I'm trying to do yet. I think for the people already know where this is going, and they sort of like coming back and like, "Wow, awesome, dude. We love what you're doing. So keep up that good energy." And I feel like I have to earn my respect, And I'm super excited about it, because I will earn my respect at Indie Pro, New York Pro, and Cali Pro.
That's awesome. Super exciting. I'm super excited to see you do your pro debut, because, you always get people asking, right? Everyone's like, "Oh, who do you think is going to win? Blessings or Nick at the New York?" And obviously there's a whole bunch of other amazing bodybuilders doing the show. And I mean, not having the opportunity to see you compete as a pro, it's so hard to base it off of pictures. You know what I mean? Like, you almost can't even give it's like, I don't know. We have to see it unfold.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm super excited to see you get on stage. Yeah, I know you've been working really hard.
Thanks.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So who's competing in the ND besides you in 11 days? The top guys that you know.
I don't know, bro. I don't know anybody.
I don't know, because I feel like there's not a lot of publicity. I feel like there's not a lot of publicity about some of the shows. Like, I know that you're competing, Nick's competing.
I want them all to do it. I don't know why they're not. I'm sure some of them are going to jump in there. Maybe some of them are keeping it quiet. Because, like, why not do Indie Pro? I mean, it's easy. That's like easy way to Olympia.
The last guest we had on was Milos.
It's only a week from New York.
Milos had a good point that, like, you know, you're a pro bodybuilder now, and this is kind of what you're here to do, right? So, like, why aren't you competing? Why aren't you jumping in every show you can jump in? Why aren't you getting your name out there, right? Like, you've done a great job of marketing yourself, and people know who you are. And now it's the reverse. It's like, now you're going to go on stage and show people who you are. 100%. They know who you are, but now they're going to get to see what you are.
Yes.
Right? So it's like you've gone about it in the reverse way. I think that brings it back to that jealousy thing where a lot of guys in the bodybuilding realm, they equate working hard to getting recognition. So it's like, I'm just going to work hard, and that's definitely a necessary step, but it's like they think that because of that working hard that you'll just all of a sudden be known and be wonderful and be great. But you have to get into the marketing of things, right? Like, you have to have people interested in what you're doing. If they're not interested in what you're doing, you can work as hard as you want and you can look as good as you want. But it's like, at the end of the day, what do people care about that? Like, they have to want to know the person. They know your story. They know your background. They know how your personality is. Like, they get you, right? So it's like, and it's the same with Antoine. Like, you guys both have captivating personalities, and people buy into you guys. So it's a great 100%. Thing to see. Like, now you're going to get a chance to step on stage and be like, okay, now I was a jokester before, and you know me this and this, and now it's like, look at this fucking shit right in front of you. You know what I mean?
Who's laughing now?
Yeah. Now you're going to get an opportunity.
Who's laughing now?
And actually, you know, talking about Antoine, I have to say, bro, like, I truly respect you, bro. And I am more inspired by your story and your comeback. And dudes, you're an absolute inspiration for a lot of young guys out there. And bro, just keep up that good energy and keep doing what you're doing. And I swear to God, right? I think you're actually one of the, because I know you used to be like really big into YouTube. And you were the first ever bodybuilder that I normally watch on YouTube. This was back when because I didn't grow up in Dublin, right? I grew up in a small city on the west coast of Ireland. It's like, you know, everybody knows everybody. It was when I was prepping for the Arnold class of 2014 as a junior. That's when I moved to the city for better gym, better equipment. And I remember one of the guys that I was training with, is a young kid, you know, and I think he's the one that actually introduced me to you. Back then, I didn't know what social media was. I didn't know what YouTube was and all that crack. And one of the kids I was training with, this kid must be about 16, but strong as hell. And he was my training partner then. He was the one that introduced me to you because he was a big fan. It was like, dude, you got to see this guy. And I remember I was watching your videos and all that. And since then, that's when I found out about you. And I've been following your journey since. And you know, just to hear your story, listen to your comeback and all the adversity that you have to overcome, it's truly inspiring. You know, and it's something that I can relate to as well. You know, it's like, you know, like I've been to, a lot of people don't know, but I've been to, I heard there was a saying, actually a pro bodybuilder, a well-known pro bodybuilder, you know, somebody I used to look up to, he made a comment about me to my friend, and he goes, you know what, Blessing had it too easy. You know, too easy? Why? Because I have the followings, because I have I live in Florida now, because I have the contract that I have now. Too easy? Do you know where I came from? I came from a fucking village, bro. You know, I was smuggled from Nigeria to Ireland at 9 years old. I have not seen my dad in almost 20 years. And I've been hustling and bursting my ass out just to be known, just to get seen, just to make it to the very, very top. You know, so people only see all this, like, you know, the social media stuff, and they forget about the struggles
they see
that was overcome. You know, the work that was done before all these things. You know, so, you know, so all that, you know, and Antoine's story, my story, you know, that's what people love. That's because people can relate to it, because there's a lot of people out there going through shit. You know, like, it's our job to inspire them. It's our job to show them that, look, it is possible. You can go from here to here. You don't have to end your life. You don't have to take your life, bro. Life is beautiful. There's a lot more out there for you, you know? Don't stop there. Keep going. And that's why we're here. And that's our job. It's bigger than bodybuilding. Never what all this trophy, all that shit, all this body, all this muscle will disappear at a snap of a finger. One sickness, in a few days, you lose it all. And then what's left? Nothing. Your sponsors are gone, because that's where they are. You know, they love you now when you're winning, but when you're down there, I'm telling you, bro, it doesn't matter how much love they're showing you now, but when you're down there, they'll kick you in your face. You know, so we gotta be thinking. That's why, you know, we gotta be thinking about this. That's why we gotta make ourselves a little bit think about the young crowd, the kids who are looking up to us. Our job is to inspire. And Antoine, I thank you for that. You're the man.
Oh, thanks, man. That's nice. And I think you're right about that. What stuck up to me is that people like to see real shit. And when you see on Instagram, it's all pictures, people traveling, the guy with his hot girlfriend, it's just everything looks so nice. That's not life. Life is not nice like that. Life is ups and downs and lots of lows. Like, I hate this shit. That's why I think some people, it's nice. They can dream, oh, I wish I could. No, that's not what life is. So I like to see real. And I didn't know that you actually fucking escaped from Nigeria and shit like that. That's crazy. So I think that's why you're so successful, because I find that a lot of people have a struggle in the past, or a more difficult than average past. They become more than average people. So they become great people. And I think it makes sense now why you're successful like that. It's like, what's the dominator there that made him such a great guy? I think that's one of the things is probably your past was kind of shitty, you know? But yeah, so I think you're right. It is part of our purpose. I believe that to share that and be positive out there. And I think people really appreciate that. So
so I think you guys too, going through those, you know, sorts of things. Like, I know for sure, Antoine, with you, going through all that sort of stuff, addictions and overcoming that, I think that's what makes you such a good bodybuilder today. And without going through those struggles, you probably never would have, you know, pushed yourself to be the bodybuilder you are today, because now, like, bodybuilding, you look at it like, this is a blessing. This is easy. This is not, people talk about suffering when they're dieting. It's like, this is fun, man. We're choosing to 100%. Do this. We get to make money at this. This is amazing, right? It's perspective, 100%. Right? You guys have gone through shit. So you like, this is fun. This is easy, you know? So
100%.
It's cool. That's cool.
That's what makes us who we are right now, you know? And our job is not just to become a bodybuilder, pro bodybuilder, or be as big as we can. Our job is to tell our story. Our job is to inspire other kids that, look, they can do it too. And this life is fun. And a lot of things I want to, you know, a lot of things I'm trying to show is like to show that bodybuilding is cool sport. You know, it's not just like this miserable eating and because we have kids following us. We don't want to turn them off. We want to turn them out. We want to inspire them that bodybuilding is cool. You can be a great bodybuilder and still be able to, you know, do this, have these things, go there, be normal, other than just be in a cave. Because life is way bigger than that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think anytime you can be a positive influence is like a priceless sort of act, right? It's amazing. Yeah, it's, everyone still thinks, like, I guess because there was that era of like, you know, it was cool to be like kind of a bodybuilder that was like hoodie on, training in the basement, hardcore,
like Animal.
It's 2020, baby.
Yeah, it was like it was an era. You know what I mean?
And like you said, it's not appealing to the
right now. What we have right now.
Yeah, it's not appealing to the younger crowd, right? Like to be like, oh, I can be a bodybuilder and I'm a slave to my food, and
no, there's too much.
I have to suffer every day. It's like, no, man. It's regardless of, like, if you want to look at it that way, your perspective is everything, right? If you want to look at things that way, then that's how it's going to look to you. But it's like at the end of the day, it's like me and Antoine and Dorian talk about all the time. It's like we get to eat food more than we'd ever need to eat, which is like a blessing in itself. Like to be able to do that is insane when you think about what goes on in the world. And we get to come to the gym and get a pump every day and hang out and joke around. And
like,
then we go home and we do whatever we want. And we're big dudes walking around living life, just trying to avoid heart attacks, you know?
100%.
Yeah. What's a typical day look like for you right now? You're 11 days out. I know last time when I watched you on Fuad's podcast, you were, I think, 8 weeks out. You know, you had a big smile on your face. Your spirits were up. You know, now fast forward, you're 11 days out. Are the days getting really hard right now? Have you pulled back on the training? Because I know then you were doing some 2-a-days. You know, what's a day look like, and how are you feeling on a day-to-day right now?
I mean, right now, you know, I'm not gonna lie. You know, like, it's really hitting me real hard because I feel like I'm like maybe 100% depleted. Yeah. You know, I was just talking to Chad yesterday, and he you know, sent him some pictures, and he reckons maybe we will have to, you know, put the carbs in earlier than we thought. all that we planned. Because man, like yesterday workout was a struggle. So like my day-to-day routine would be like, I get up in the morning. I'll do my head over to Rec One. I'm there like 6 a.m. in the morning. I make sure I hit my glutes and hamstrings for about 40 minutes or an hour. And then I hop on a Stairmaster for another hour and then finish that. And I go post for an hour and then I come home, eat, nap for like an hour or two, back in the gym by 1:30 and come home. Oh, no, back in the gym 1:30, train, push as hard as we can. Of course, everything's kind of like light right now. So it's all about that mind muscle connection and, squeezing and, just trying to improve the density and the details. And then right after that, and then I have to do another hour posting with Kai Greene. And dude, posting with Kai Greene,
hold on.
Yo, like
so you're posing.
We'll
right
film
now,
some of that shit, but that shit is intense.
2 hours a day, every day you're posing?
Yeah.
Is that your idea or Chad's?
Is that your idea? Late in the evenings and get like shoulders or chest.
Is that your idea or is that Chad's protocol?
Like that's been the way I train, and Chad really he thinks it's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Because of the result that we've been able to achieve.
Yeah.
So right now it's all about burning and chasing that condition. And we all that training. So Chad only give me 3 cardios a week. But for myself, I do a little bit more, It's all about how bad you want it. So it's been like that. But like probably the hardest part of this is the posting. And we've got we're actually working on some, this is actually the first time I'm going to say it. We planning on something big, like a Netflix series on my story and on my journey as well. So we filmed some pretty cool stuff. And the posting session with Kai, man, that shit is crazy. Like sometimes if on the training session, we like literally get in each other's face. Like, yo, that shit is intense. You're like, wow. The other time, like Q was just watching the two of us, like, are they about to fight? Because Kai is deadly, bro. Like, and when he speaks with passion. When I'm posting, it's like everything he tells me, it's with passion. And if I didn't do something right, he'll literally get angry.
Do it over again.
And you know me, I don't back down. I'll be like talking back, and we be like, we'll go back and forth. Well, it's pretty cool, man. We've got some of those on we filmed some of those. They're pretty cool moments.
So you're posing for an hour. So during that hour, is it just rounds of the militaries? Is just free posing? Do you have breaks in there? Like, because I was posing with Flex Wheeler for 30 minutes to 40 minutes, but sometimes less than that, and I was dead.
Yeah.
So like, what does your hour look like?
We do a couple of rounds. We do like we go through all the mandatory poses, and you do this 10 seconds count, and 10 Kai Greene's 10 second count is like 20 seconds. It's like one
Mississippi.
2. I'm like, come on, bro. So we do rounds and rounds of that. I take water, wipe myself down, get like 2-minute break. And Kai, Kai loves to talk. Kai get up, he'll tell me things, and he goes on and on and on. Boom, back at it. Rounds and rounds and rounds again. Drink water, wipe myself down, get some knowledge again, back at it. Until it's time to go.
Yeah, I know how that feels. Man, I love prep, but this last prep, it was like, it went from easy mode to hard mode real quick with the posing with Flex. So it does make a difference though. Like I was
that's
stretched.
Everything.
I know.
It brings out some details that you never thought you had.
Yeah, that's true.
And the hardness as well. It's just the shit.
Mm-hmm.
It gets you hard.
I should maybe pose right now and lose some body fat.
Hey, I'm telling you, that will help. That will help.
Yeah, for sure.
It's harder than an hour on the Stairmaster.
For sure. Dude, the posing with the posing I was doing was the hardest thing I would be doing all week. Harder than the hot yoga, the power hot yoga. I was having anxiety all day because I knew at 9 p.m. I had to pose with Flex.
Yeah.
And then I could have a break. Once that posing was over, I would lay on the carpet right there in the living room. And then I was like, oh, thank God, I can relax finally.
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah,
it's hard.
That's crazy. Yeah,
that's why a lot of people turn like a lot of people don't put effort into it as well, like because it's not easy. It's a hard thing to do, and the guys that do not practice their pose, you can see on stage. You can easily spot them out, and with Kai, there's so much detail, there's so much heart in this that if you don't have a guy with the knowledge, you will never understand. There's certain things that like I learned from him that I'm bringing onto the gym floor. That literally every workout, it's like I'm posing. It's like that's why Kai is just like, that guy's knowledge. He is truly a master of his craft.
It's like some of his exercise selection that he does is specifically for pose.
Yes.
Pretty cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Cool. That's why it's just
I think that's been lost on a lot of like the younger guys, is that the importance of posing, right? Where it's like, it's almost like a secondary thought, like, oh, you got to pose. Like, oh, fuck. I mean, like I just worked out, now I have to pose. You know what I mean? It's like, but this is your job. Like, this is what the sport is. It's like saying I want to be a boxer, but I don't want to throw 1,000 jabs a day. I don't want to work on my jab. I want to just throw haymakers all day. It's like, you got to do the basics, man, if anything else is going to line up.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's really getting lost. And it's nice to hear that you're that dedicated to that process and you have such a good teacher with you. Do you know what I mean? It's refreshing. I think a lot of guys should take away from that. Like, who are watching this, you should take away, like, I'm a bodybuilder. What I do is pose, and how I show off my hard work is by posing, right? I don't just get to stand there and look big and get given a trophy. It's like, you can be the biggest guy. You pose like shit, kiss your trophy goodbye.
And as well, like that, especially the posting around the routine, this is another thing that I extremely work hard on is my posting routine. And I feel like, again, that's kind of lost, like the posting round. That's when we truly show our appreciation for the true fans of bodybuilding. The guys who go in there and pay and watch the show, the people who are watching online. This is our time to show them, to present something beautiful, something moving, something special for them, because that's what they're there to see, to give them a show. That's your time to perform. So on that thing, that's where it's like a lot of bodybuilders don't really pay attention to that because we're not awarded points for it. We're not judged on it, so I'm just going to freestyle it, and so they don't put any effort into it. Now, that's still part of the art. That's still part of your job. If you go on there, you're posting around and you're sloppy, that's disrespectful to the fans. Dude, we pay to watch. You can't just, it's not about you now. It's about us. Give us a show. Give us something exciting. Give us something that we can take away with us. So I feel that's lost, and that's another thing that I really pay a lot of attention to. And I watch a lot of classic guys, especially Terrence Ruffin. That guy, he is literally truly the best, when it comes to posting and displaying a true piece of work of art on stage. Those guys put in a lot of work into their posting routine, and I'm inspired by it. I'm again like. I know I've stepped on stage for the past, couple of years, but literally I've been studying, I've been learning, I've been learning from other old school guys, from the classic guys, because I feel like as an open bodybuilder, we can learn so much from the the classic guys. So, we shouldn't give them any reason to be able to talk shit to us. We're the boss. We can do whatever they're doing. They want to pull classic shots, we can do that too. Yeah. Posting rounds, you guys want to go head to head? We can do that too.
Yeah.
You can never outpost her. So we need to stay on top of our game. Yeah. I think it's extremely important.
Yeah, it's funny. It's funny you say that. Yeah, because I just saw this morning. I saw on I forget which page it was, but it was Keon's posing routine, and in the comments, a lot of people, because of his posing. At the guest pose, they were like, "Oh, I really wish he stayed in classic because of his classic poses." And I'm like, "What's wrong with being a 212 or an open bodybuilder?"
Where do you think those classic poses
came from? Bodybuilding.
Yes, bodybuilding.
It's like, what are you talking about? They're not brand new poses. They got them from the old school guys, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's where bodybuilding originated out of. Now it's graduated into like guys step on stage, they do the ear call, they hit most musculars. They
that's bullshit.
Yeah, it's like that's fine for a guest pose at the end when you're trying to like rile up the crowd, go out in the crowd, hit some shots. But it's like when people paid their money, like you're talking about, like they want to see artwork in motion on stage.
Yes.
It's like, I mean,
see that body, right?
Even like me, when I was growing up, it was like, you know, you looked at guys like Sean Ray, Flex Wheeler, you know, Kevin DeBroni. The posing routine's amazing. I never
even look at one of the best bodybuilders of all time. I think the best bodybuilder of all time, Ronnie Coleman.
Yeah,
he's a big ass dude, still hitting pretty ass shots, man.
Yeah,
like he would hit shots that were like gorgeous to look at. He knew how to work shots, like stay in shots, move through shots. He did all kinds of shit where it's like, man, this guy really, he took the time to pose. He understands, he controls his body, and he's the biggest dude on stage, making it look super smooth. So what's your excuse?
Didn't he full splits?
He did, yeah.
Exactly. You're running here full splits?
Yeah.
Amazing. So no one has any excuse now. If Ronnie can do it. I've been
working on those. I'm sure I can hit full splits.
I saw your flexibility.
I've been working.
I saw that. That's good. That's all. You think you're going to be able to hit the splits on stage?
You know, I actually have it in my routine, but the way it's going right now, I don't know. If I get on there, and I might not be able to get back up.
Well, just play it off. Just play it off.
Last thing, I'll send you I'll ask Juji to send you the flexibility ebook, because in 4 weeks, I went from not having the splits to getting the splits with his ebook.
No way.
Yeah, so you're pretty close. You could probably do it for the New York Pro if you really go at it every day.
Yeah.
Flexibility.
Yeah, I'll send you that.
Man.
Yes, I will ask.
I love to hit on stage, bro. Like, but when I do, I want to do like, I want to make sure it's clean. Like, I don't want to be like sloppy.
Yeah,
it's hard.
Yeah, it is hard. But with the adrenaline, usually you can get down and get up, but you'll be sore the next day for sure. Yeah.
We'll get one of the judges to rush up on stage.
Spotter. Someone get me up.
Force reps. Bob Chick, where's Bob Chick when I need him?
Oh, man. Well, we don't want to take up too much of your time, Blessing. We know you got a busy schedule. You're 11 days out. Sure, you got to get back to the gym. I got to eat. Get back to the gym.
Yeah. One last question.
Yeah.
So
we got arms to the.
Yeah, what's the first thing you're gonna eat after all your shows are done for this round there?
Antoine, stop! Don't get me started, bro. This is torture, bro. I think I like 12 days.
Yeah. So is there anything that
you training? Think about that. You know, like literally all I think about is food. Like I'm eating my food. I'm watching people eat all these nice things.
Like food porn.
I dream about food.
Really? You dream about food?
You know what get me the most? You know what get me excited the most? It's my breakfast in the morning.
Yeah, what is it?
After like an hour cardio, oh my God, oatmeal, bro. I'm still having oatmeal and some isotope on top of that. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, it's like a dessert. It's like a dessert when you're prepping.
Oh man.
Yeah, I know.
And that's what I love about the prep as well. Like it makes you appreciate so many things.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Like simple food, like a simple grain of rice.
Dude,
I'm so happy for that shit.
There was one time when I prepped, like, and I'm like I have a massive appetite. Literally, I went in the fridge and I thought Rachel, my wife, like ate my steak.
Oh no.
Dude, I started crying. I literally started crying. I was so upset because I was so hungry. I ended up finding it. But dude, I literally broke down. Like I was.
No, I would as well.
I broke down.
Oh my God.
So I feel you. That's funny. That's funny.
Yeah.
I hope that's the letrozole and not the actual steak missing.
Man, no. It wasn't the steak missing.
Oh my God.
All right, Blessing. We'll let you go, man. We really appreciate your time.
Thank you guys for having me on, man. I appreciate it. Thank you for your time too.
Yeah. Anything you want to plug or say before we sign out there?
What do I want to plug? Well, shout out to my sponsor, Recon One, and shout out to my old crew, my old team. Quentin, the Beast. Kai Greene, Mr. Getting It Done. My training partner back at home, Gav King. My girlfriend, she just got here. She's helping me a ton. And of course, shout out to myself, putting in all the work.
Yes, sir.
You got it.
Yeah.
And thank you guys so much for having me on. It's been an honor. Thank you so much. Hopefully, I can get back on again after all the shows.
Yeah, it'd be great to have you back on later.
Yeah, for sure.
Thanks, man.
Or maybe y'all going to find me over to the Muscle Mansion someday.
Yeah. We've been talking about that for the last, I think,
we've been talking about that, bro.
Yeah.
Then the COVID shit happened.
As soon as this stuff's over, man, we're gonna get you down.
100%.
All right, man.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
All right, guys.
Bye. Thank you.
Muscle Radio, episode 4 with Blessing Awodibu. And I was hosting this one with Doran Hamilton and Big Mike Van Wyck. So thanks for watching, guys. Subscribe and see you next time.